The 10 reasons not to move to South Carolina. And a lot of them have to do with God, guns, and hurricanes, baby. And if that's not for you, you might as well stop the video and not even finish.
I got it, I'm gone.
So let's not waste any more time and start talking about the things that you're probably not gonna love about South Carolina. And I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, because I am transparent as they come. You're gonna see a lot of other realtors on YouTube and they're all just happy, happy, joy, joy. Ow! And that's not me. I'm gonna tell you the real stuff. I'm gonna tell you the good stuff, but I'm gonna tell you the stuff that sucks.
Keep it real.
First on the docket, politics. South Carolina is redder than a barn at sunset, and conservatism flows like molasses. While it may not be everyone's cup of sweet tea, the folks here love their guns, their Second Amendment, their state, their country, and football. Oh, and did I forget to mention God? Because this place is all about those things. It's an absolute welcoming when you don't live in a state like that and you come here and it's just like, wow, this is nice. I don't have somebody telling me what they're gonna teach my children or telling me if I can have my gun or have it in my car or carry it with me. And boy, I can even go to church and pray with my neighbors and still feel like I'm somewhat of a part of a community. Isn't that crazy? A crazy concept, especially for the backwards, upside down world we're living in today's time, which is a fucking shit show.
Get it together, man.
Have you seen the border recently? Yeah, that's why South Carolina hasn't turned any other colors other than red, is that right there. There's so many people that live here that constantly are going to church and then heading to the gun range right afterwards. It's probably one of my favorite parts, especially being that this country has just been upside down for the last few years. And it's really a breath of fresh air to be in a state that isn't like that. Everybody's kind of not in that same mindset. So if you're coming from California, New York, Massachusetts, Ohio, New Jersey, and you're like, hey, we love the political landscape up here, we just don't like the high taxes, don't come here. Do not, because you're gonna hate it. And you're gonna have low taxes with a mindset you're not gonna agree with. So don't bother coming.
Go fly a kite.
All right, number 2, Sunday serenades and sweet tea rituals. Religion takes center stage in the Palmetto State. Sundays are sacred, and you'll find more churches than Starbucks. Not to mention, most liquor stores are closed on Sunday, so set your liquor alarm. They close at 7 p.m. throughout Monday through Saturday. So if you want to get your wine and your alcohol, gotta do it Monday through Saturday before 7 p.m. The good news is you don't need a reserved pew to be a part of the community or any churches here. You just bring your manners and an open heart and you will be welcome. All right, guys, drop a comment below if you think you can handle the Southern groove. Let me know in the comments below. Do you like what I'm saying? Maybe you hate what I'm saying. Maybe you're like, open borders, let everybody in, yay! Everybody gets free health insurance except anybody who's working class. Don't comment if that's you. All right, number 3, express yourself, but mind your manners. Individuality is celebrated here, but the folks here ain't fans of pushing beliefs onto others. And that's exactly how they'll put it to you. And we ain't fond of people pushing their beliefs on us. South Carolinians love their freedom to be themselves, and they sure as heck don't want anyone meddling with that. So if you're a fan of the live and let live mantra, this might be your sanctuary.
Excellent.
Number 4, weather whiplash. From heat waves to hurricanes, baby, buckle up for the weather roller coaster ride. Summers here are hotter and hotter, and I mean, I'm a big guy, I sweat, but I still will take the heat over snow any day of the week. There is no snow shoveling in sight in the Carolinas here in South Carolina. Hurricanes may drop by for a visit, but that's just nature's way of keeping things lively. They're like, hey, here's a little rain, here's a little extra rain for you. You just gotta pack your sunscreen, an umbrella, and a sense of adventure, and you will do A-okay here. Schools in the art of Southern education. Education in South Carolina is like a potluck, diverse and full of surprises. While the state is growing some impressive schools, national rankings actually might raise an eyebrow for people looking and researching the local school scene here. A lot of these reviews may not be the best, and some of the scores in the schools may not be great, and you really have to do your own due diligence. I'm even finding out personally in the last few years that some schools are just getting primarily worse while some schools are getting a lot better. And there's really no rhyme or reason to it. But a lot of it, I think, has to do with the inbound migration and the people, the type of people that are moving into some of these neighborhoods who maybe don't always agree with what the school is teaching. So there's a lot of pushback. And that creates a lot of tension within the school system. And I think that's a lot of the reasons why we have the problems that we have and the ratings we have. So my biggest piece of advice to anybody looking at this area, yeah, you're going to look at the schools. They may not look as good as where you're coming from, but you need to do your due diligence. You need to remember, hey, I can find those really great schools here. I just need to be proactive in researching them. Number 6, city slickers and the Charleston shuffle. The cities here are bustling with life like a barn dance on a Saturday night. But beware, with growth comes traffic. If you prefer a quieter corner of the state, you might want to veer off the beaten path, head up to Columbia, Lexington. I mean, Charleston and Summerville right now is booming.
Boom goes the dynamite.
And there is a lot of migration, there's a lot of traffic, there's a lot of accidents, so it's something to consider. Curious as to what you guys think the traffic is like here versus where you're coming from. Number 7, flying high in the holy city. Airports in South Carolina are like a southern charm. They're delightful, but require a bit of planning. Charleston International Airport is your ticket to the world because it's international. But make sure to embrace technology for a smooth journey through security. I always use our phones. I use the ticket app on my phone. This helps me get through things. Don't be the person who gets up to the counter and then is like shuffling through your bags, trying to find your tickets. Like, where is everything? I can't find my passport. Don't be that person. As long as you have it all planned out and you walk up there with everything in hand, you are good to go. Do not be that other person though. That person, you'll get some looks from people in the airport here.
You gotta be smarter.
You will. Not good ones, but you'll get looks. As an aside, how come we're not sending TSA down to the border? I mean, like, clear up stuff in 15 minutes, right? Right? Anybody agree with that?
Bueller.
Yeah, we'd have no more illegal problems. Number 8, critters, creatures, and the wild South. From snakes to gators, South Carolina's got its fair share of nature's wonders. Don't fret though, most critters are more scared of you than you are of them. Listen, these animals, they're in their habitat. They don't want to be bothered. They don't want you coming over and being like, hey, what's going on there, buddy? Don't do that. Don't be like, are you hungry? Let me feed you something. Don't do that. You're just stupid. You're asking for problems. And you're going to be one of those stereotype situations where we read about on the news, a local man from Johns Island was killed today while he was trying to take his dog for a walk around a pond. Yeah, I mean, like, what? Who? Why? And those mosquitoes, whew, fight them off with technology and good old bug spray. I use these new cool little spray things that are just these little Thermador, and you put them outside on a table and it keeps all the mosquitoes away. It's pretty amazing. Number 9, construction blues and orange cone sunsets. Now, everywhere you turn here, there's construction. It's South Carolina. We're blowing up. We're growing fast, and it's kind of like Dubai. It's kind of crazy. It's one month it's great. Next month there's trees coming down and a building going up. With growth comes road work, people. If orange cones give you the heebie-jeebies, consider this your fair warning because it is not changing anytime soon. And in fact, I'm just waiting for us to start seeing the skyscraper cranes go up. That's next. I have a feeling we're gonna start seeing some taller buildings coming to the area. And I just got this, I got a gut feeling about it. People have told me I'm crazy, but you wait. Number 10, lost in the southern labyrinth. Now, choosing where to call home, figuring out where to live can feel like navigating a southern maze. And let me be your guide in the seas of options because there's a ton of options. And listen, I've been through this. I've done what you are doing. I have seen so many things. I've seen people make so many mistakes, and I've heard about people making mistakes. And a lot of those mistakes, I could have helped them through. I could have fixed. I could have solved their problems. People have moved into homes and then had a conversation with me and was like, oh, Ryan, we hate this neighborhood. And I go, yeah, no kidding, you hate this neighborhood because you just told me you like X, Y, and Z. I wouldn't have moved there if you like X, Y, and Z. I would have moved to A, B, and C. You know what I mean? And people just, they don't get it. And they think all realtors are the same, all local area people are the same. No, we are not the same. We are not created equal. I am not the same as a lot of these other YouTube realtor wannabes. And I can promise to my clients that I'm gonna help you find a neighborhood that is going to match your lifestyle so much you're gonna be like, we may never leave. If those reasons are reasons you're like, hey Ryan, I think we wanna move to South Carolina because of those reasons, that wouldn't surprise me. So if you're still up for the Southern Challenge, give me a holler, shoot me a text, send me a carrier pigeon, fly me in. My team and I will make sure you find the perfect slice of Southern paradise for you and your family. Subscribe, ring that bell, and stay tuned for more Southern Tales with yours truly, Ryan McHugh. Until next time, y'all take care now.